I think what you saw out there was a great respect that our guys have for the Butler program. I know they've been dealing with some injuries and COVID, and um, we just really respect how they play, intelligently, tough, and physical, and we were ready, and we really wanted to compete. You know, last time we played them, they really out toughed us and out executed us, and I think our guys came in with great respect and did a good job. I was really pleased with our performance. I was glad we're starting to be able to extend our bench a little bit. That's going to be helpful to us. Keep Colin especially fresh. Every minute we get Eric is good for him. But we've been playing Colin a lot of minutes, so that was good for us.
Good offensive balance, inside and outside. Did that help you set the tone for the way the game evolved?
Yeah, you know, we have a lot of growth left in us as a team. You know, we have a lot of improvements still to make, and part of it is getting balance offensively. And I think, thank you very much, Mike. And I think that Eric's a big part of that, and being able to get him going early, because they came out early and they were taking Colin and Justin away. You know, they were blitzing their ball screens and they were finding Eric, and he was delivering. So that's big for us.
I think he's getting better every game. Like last 5-6 games, one after another is getting better. Like, what have you seen about his development in this recent stretch?
Eric?
Yeah.
You know, it's simple, basic, but not sexy. Just getting better every day, and he's been doing it since day one that he's been here. He really has. I think I've said to some of our local guys, when he was a freshman, and even when we redshirted him, we said, like, he's going to be good, because we could just see every day he got a little bit better, and he was open to coaching, open to getting into better shape, open to conditioning, open into changing his diet. He's done everything we've asked. And I really still believe this isn't close to what he's going to be in the end.
Can you talk about how you're feeling more comfortable within the scope of the offense and contributing more?
I think it's kind of just like Coach said, taking what we see from the defense and just trying to make the right decision and just be tough and physical every play, not do anything soft, and just be solid.
Are you feeling like extremely confident right now?
I mean, yeah, I'm confident. You know, I'm confident. Confident in our habits. Like I said, I do it every day in practice. You know, practice hard. I got great teammates. They push me every single day. They're tough. They're physical. So, you know, like Coach said, I just feel like I'm getting better every day in practice. And, you know, I just feel, you know, comfortable in my habits on the court.
Did you recognize right away that they were trying to take away Colin and Justin?
I can't say I really did. I kind of just thought about the right decision to make, honestly. You know, it's probably the right decision was to try to score, you know, but if they were going to help on me, then I was going to kick out and make the extra pass or whatever the case may be.
Jay, you were locked in defensively from the beginning. They get 4 points the first 8 minutes, 3 points the first 8 minutes of the second half. I mean, it looks like you're on the verge of putting together a full 40 minutes with this group.
Yeah, you're right, Hoops. And early in the year, we've been playing some good defense, but early in the year, when we, like UCLA, Purdue, we had lapses, you know, when we had leads. We had defensive and offensive lapses. And like you said, we're starting to be able to do this for 40 minutes, you know, and part of it is our starters. You mentioned the first half and the second half at the beginning really being locked in, and then getting some depth so that when we make substitutions, we don't lose that focus, you know, and I thought our guys off the bench did a really good job too.
A lot of people, particularly me, would have suggested you were probably overscheduled at the beginning, but it seemed to have had really positive results having played those games.
Definitely. I mean, we knew in the long run it would help. We didn't know how long it was going to hurt. You know, I think we had a little period there at the end. No excuses. Like we learned that we weren't mentally, physically tough enough. You know, that at the end of it was really Butler. Going on the road to Baylor and then going right back on the road to Creighton was kind of the end of that run. And we weren't physically, mentally tough enough. And we're okay with that. We'll learn, and we're going to keep trying to get better in those areas now.
Can you talk about the start in the second half too? That you looked like you put it away right away.
Yeah, that's important for us. We talk about it all the time, making sure that the level and the energy level stays up and that we compete for another 20 minutes. We got to put together a full 40 minutes, and I think we did a pretty good job of coming out and making sure that we were ready to go in the second half.
Did Arch work inside early, kind of open things up for yourself and Justin and the other perimeter guys?
Yeah, like he said, he's confident in himself. I know that for a fact, and I'm really confident in him as well when he catches in the post. Just from the last 2 years, you see how much work he's put in. Just working out, like Coach said, all the little things that he's done to get here. But when you're able to throw it inside and he could score and make really good decisions, make the right passes and make the right plays, it opens everything up for everybody else.
Jay, what are you pointing out to him?
4 assists, no turnovers, and with the ball in his hands a lot. And they're really physical in the post, and they make it difficult for you. That could have been 4 turnovers, and that could have led to easy baskets for them. They do that, and if they can't do it to you, it turns into buckets for your teammates. And even though, I mean, he's credited with 4 assists, but I'm sure there are a lot of other plays where he kicked it out. We made a couple passes and got open shots off of his decision making.
What was it like for you to be back here after a couple of years?
Really, really cool. Really cool. Like this is one of the unique college basketball atmospheres in the country. It's an NBA arena, but it's a college crowd in an NBA arena. You got all the students out there. You see them tailgating in 7-degree weather, which blows my mind every year. I've been here, I don't know how many years I've been here, but every time I see it, I'm like, I can't believe they still do that. And it's a fun place. It's a fun place to play, and it's a great experience for our guys.
6 in a row for you guys now. Do you feel like the team's kind of hitting on all cylinders, especially after today?
Today was good. Today might have been one of our best defensive performances, but I really feel, and I know our guys do, like we can get a lot better. We can. Like we got a lot of young guys that can improve. There's little things that even Colin and Justin have to learn in terms of like how teams are playing them now that we got to improve on. And being able to defend different teams. Our league is, I just think our league is so difficult because there's so many unique styles of play. Certain teams you can defend well, certain teams you struggle with. And we usually struggle with these guys, really. That's why it was a good performance for us defensively.
Butler has scuffled a lot this year. Going into this game, like what 1 or 2 things were you most concerned about, and that you kind of effectively neutralized?
One of the things we were concerned about with them is that I don't know. They've had some injuries. They've had COVID, so they haven't had a consistent lineup. And we know, we didn't know that, for instance, David wasn't going to play, but he used to be a starter, and Chuck Harris was a starter and lit us up, right? And Wilmoth has played well against us before. And now these are guys that aren't even, and like Lukosius has had good games, but we've never played against. So it's not kind of a team like when you play Xavier, you know who their guys are. They've got new guys. They got seniors coming off the bench. Hodges, he was a starter against us before. So we were like, it was tough to get dialed into the scouting report, and we were saying coming into the game we had to be ready for anybody to get it going. That's what we were really concerned about.
Jay, what was today's biggest factor behind the lopsided scoreline?
The biggest factor was I just think leadership from Colin and Justin and Jermaine, just keeping everybody focused to start the game. Then when you get a lead, there's a tendency to relax. Then you go in at halftime with a lead. You maybe don't start the second half well. Like that all comes from leadership on the court. Coaches, we all say the same things, but it's like, do the players get it done with each other? And I think those guys did a great job.
Good job with your post defense lately. I mean, you've taken away the ball screens and you've really made it difficult for teams to get the ball into the box once league play started. Is that just growth of your players?
It is, but also to your point earlier, Hoops, the schedule, like playing Purdue, that post game, there's things we learned. We got our butts kicked, and I mean, we actually, yeah, we did get our butts kicked, but we learned, we were doing a good job for a little bit, and then we didn't, and that cost us, right? Even in the UCLA game, some rebounding situations in low post, and so we learned from the Baylor, those guys on the glass, but it was really low post play. Like we couldn't get the ball inside offensively down there. And defensively, they hurt us on the offensive glass. So we learned a lot, and I think we can still get better. But I think we are. You're right. I think we're getting better at it.
Oh, and you guys shot 70% in the first half. When did you guys realize that you would have a reliability shooting defense?
Honestly, I never really thought about it. We were just playing off our habits and our concepts, catching to shoot when shots were there, and I think we did a good job moving the ball, and that allowed guys to get open shots.
Anything else?
Thank you, guys. What's the Eagles score?